This bus that we're on today is an all-electric bus. No internal combustion engine, no transmission, entirely powered by state-of-the-art batteries. So we're very excited to be testing this bus. We're going to have it for 2 weeks. The manufacturer is BYD. They've been circulating through the Northwest, and now it's Portland's turn, the Portland region's turn to have a shot at testing the bus.
BYD is a Chinese-based company that specializes in rechargeable batteries. They also manufacture vehicles. They manufacture the buses, obviously, and they also manufacture some electric cars. There's approximately 2,000 of them are in operation. Most of them in China. There are some in Europe, South America, India, so they're spread out all over the place. We have buses operating in Stanford University. We are delivering buses within the next 2 or 3 weeks to Antelope Valley, which is in Lancaster, California, and very soon we'll be delivering buses to LADOT. The bus is manufactured in Lancaster, California. It is Buy American compliant. I think the overall U.S. content is approximately 75 to 80%. There are some proprietary components that are brought in from China, and they would be like the inverters and some of the motors and things like that.
It's certainly a premium at the purchase stage of this bus. It's more expensive than a standard diesel engine bus, but without the cost of fuel over the life cycle of the bus, which is 12 to 15 years, there could be a payback. And it has the capability to match our duty cycles on most of our routes without recharging. That's what's most intriguing to us. We're going to really try to do a mixture of everything, including hills, because we're very interested in how this bus will react on inclines of some serious grades. Some do fairly well, some not, so we'll see how this one does. We're going to be inserting it into certain routes over the next 2 weeks, just to kind of see how it goes. We'll be taking passengers. The bus won't be equipped with a fare box, as you can see, so we're just going to have people come on and enjoy the ride, and we'll get some feedback and just see how it works.
Tell me a bit about how quiet this bus is.
Well, you may not be aware, but the bus is actually running right now, and you can just hear a little bit of a hum. It's as quiet or perhaps quieter than our light rail vehicles. The rubber of the tire to the pavement doesn't create quite the sound of the rail wheels to the track, which tends to have a little bit of a squeal from time to time. This is much quieter in that regard. So it's very appealing in terms of just how it looks and feels. This is really an interesting test for us because we have a grant application that we've submitted to the Federal Transit Administration to acquire 9 vehicles similar to this. And this is going to give us a good idea on how that's all going to work. So it's going to be on routes next week. We'll be tweeting those routes out on a daily basis as we decide which ones we're going to go into. We're going to be looking for a lot of customer feedback as well as people driving the bus. How does it feel? What's the difference between this and our regular bus? What are the implications, if any, on driver training or our maintenance staff who has to maintain them? So it's going to be a learning experience for us.
Those are the converters. That's the compressor. Power steering is what you hear right now. We have 2 reservoirs for very small radiators, which cools off the converters and our motors. The motors are mounted on the axles. These are kind of like fire extinguishers. They're fire suppressants. Those are mounted in all of the battery cases. This is our compressor, the air compressor. The motors you can't actually see unless the bus was up in the air.
So tell me about the development of this bus. When did it start?
The bus was developed back in around the mid-2000, around 2005. Was fully developed and designed in China. Started production in China. There's approximately 2,000 of these buses in production or been delivered throughout the world now. Our factory is designed to be able to produce a minimum of 1,000 buses per year. The battery is a lithium iron phosphate. It is a very safe, very environmentally friendly, very green type battery chemistry. Very safe, never have had any thermal events, anything like that. Does not require external cooling. This particular bus uses 3 battery packs. They operate at 540 volts DC. There's 324 kilowatt hours of power. You can drive this bus in real use, in real transit use, anywhere from 8 to 14 hours very easily, and that equates to anywhere from 110 to 160, 170 miles. The bus handles everything, so you don't have to have extra chargers pre-built or anything. Every bus basically has its own chargers built in. To go from approximately 30% to 100% takes about 3 to 3.5 hours. The bus handles and drives pretty much just like any other bus. We've had a lot of driver input throughout a lot of demos, and as far as driver transition from a standard bus, a diesel bus, anything like that, to this bus is very, very easy for them to go from one bus to another. They don't really need any special training. If you've ever driven hybrid buses, you're good to go. Everything is pretty much just the same as driving a hybrid. It's really picks up really quick. Doesn't necessarily have good top end speed right now. We've got new motors, more powerful motors that we're offering that will alleviate that. This bus has full traction control, ABS. It performs a lot better than a lot of buses because it has 4-wheel disc brakes and the regenerative braking, so it will stop on a dime.
You know, TriMet's always been interested in emerging technologies. We were one of the first to have an electric diesel hybrid bus some years ago, and we have some now in operation, and we're ordering 4 more. So we've experimented with it, but this is all electric, so it's a different animal.